What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony, and today I thought it would be a good idea while I'm out in the garage just putzing around, do a video of my overall of my truck. We're just going to work from the front to the rear, just for a lot of the new people that are coming out and getting their brand new trucks or just wondering what kind of mods are out there. I am just going to go over basically from the front to the rear and show you guys all the parts I've actually put on my truck itself. No, this isn't a how-to or an order, and just kind of get in steps ahead of time, or not really ahead of time, just try to beat the punch, because I know this is going to be in the comments. Yes, 90% of these will void a warranty of the section of the part that you put on. You know, got to be smart about that, because I get that comment a lot. Is this going to void a warranty? Just think ahead of time. You install it, you voided that section or that part, or it's kind of a gray area. They have to prove that that part, you know, caused the issue, whatever the issue may be. Yeah, so it's a funny little loophole. You know, unfortunately, I've dealt with a lot of warranty issues, especially when it comes to Jeeps. And knock on some wood here, I haven't had that issue yet with the truck and hadn't had to deal with any of that. And people ask about the extended warranties. I never got it. I think they're kind of more of a waste of money. Personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I don't buy them. So yeah. So we're gonna hop over to the into the garage while I'm kind of putzing around, and just go over from front and all the mods I've done to it. And stay tuned, because I do have some stuff that I am working on. That one part is in there. I'm going to show you guys, but I got it. Some of the parts are going to be a little secret, but until I actually fully release them. So I've been kind of putzing around and working on a few things. So let's just jump over there. So we are in the garage now. Like I said, we're going to start from the very front and just kind of go from the front bumper all the way back, and I'll probably jump around a little bit, but yeah, the truck's dirty. It's because of the damn salt, and it's 26 degrees or whatever outside right now. So I'm going to try to do the front real quick and close the garage door. So let's jump into it. What we have going on right here, we have the 589 front bumper for the ZR2. I absolutely love this bumper. This bumper is amazing. In person, it is absolutely incredible to look at. We have the LP6s, and then we have the rigid, I can't remember which ones they actually are, to be honest. Eventually, these are actually going to be LP4s. But the LP6s, and even like these are actually road legal, so you can run these while you're on the streets. Obviously, these are really made for the desert, and really grateful I have these on here, because at nighttime it just shines up the road. For a winch, we have the Overland Systems Scar 10,000 pound winch on here, and never got to use it yet. It's been incredible. It works, goes up and down, does what it does, and it fits perfectly. I know it's really designed for like a Warren. I think you could probably fit a rough country winch, but honestly, look at the Overland Systems. It's a little cheaper than the a Warren, but how often do you really use it? Not that often. So that's why we ended up going with that. The front bumper. It is an incredible looking bumper. So highly recommend looking at these guys. I know there's a few other brands that are out there. So other than that, I am running 35-inch tires. I am running the Milestar XT's 35-inch tires with a Rock Trek 17s, 17-inch rims by, was it 9.5, with the back spacing of minus 20 or 12. That definitely helps push out the tire out just a tad. So I mean, with a 35-inch tire, you're really, from the fender well, you're really getting that much kind of stuck out, and to me that is like perfect. Not too far, not too in. There's zero rubbing, and I'm very, very happy and pleased with that. So to fit the 35-inch tires, we had to go with a 2-inch lift. I have seen some people fit 35-inch tires without a lift. I'm hearing that they're rubbing, especially if they don't have enough backspacing on the rim itself. So I am currently running the Level Up Coilover conversion kit. So it basically puts a spacer in between here, gives me my 1.5 inches, and then up top there is this little spacer up here. It's about 1 inch, so that gives you about your 2-inch spacer to give you enough space to fit the 35-inch tire on. Not a big deal, just basically a lift. I do have on order new upper control arms. That's going to help really when you are doing an alignment to help your tire out, make sure, and that should theoretically give me a little bit more flex. So I'm still waiting for that to come in, and then also these are what I would highly recommend, especially if you're going to be off-roading. I would actually really highly recommend, even if you're not really going to off-road and you're going to put some bigger tires on your truck, get yourself some of these axle shaft braces right here, because this is a very weak spot, and if you break this, your tire and your overall, you're just not going to have a really good day.
Worried about looking like this. Weak point is actually in the threaded area.
Emotional damage!
If this thing breaks, if you off-road, this just helps or strengthens this section a little up, because that is really a vital spot, because between here, you really have 3 connections to this tire. You have your lower ball joint, you have your axle, and then you also have your upper. So if this thing snaps or your upper, you're almost screwed. And this is basically one of the biggest weak points of an IFS, especially if you're wheeling this thing breaking. And you surely see like a lot of Ford Broncos, Toyotas. It's happened on, I'm sure it's happened on the Colorados being on the trail. So yes, I would highly recommend actually upgrading this part, or because I think they're only about $80, so not too bad for an easy, simple mod to put in there. So yeah, that's just something I would highly recommend, actually, regardless. Just getting it on there, not a big deal. I'm actually gonna pop the hood, and we're gonna go underneath the hood. One of the biggest things you guys can actually put on that I really like are these red line struts for both sides of the actual truck itself. These things are just amazing. You don't even have to worry about the standard hood latch. Yeah, it's still nice to keep it on there just in case, but these things are just incredible and nice to have. So with running a winch, you do have to move the top part of the winch. We relocated it up into the engine bay. It's out of the way, almost right next to the battery. Also, we have the Bantam from S-Pod. I really like the S-Pod just due to the Bluetooth capability, and I don't have to run any wires into the cab of the truck itself. So trying to go fit to the big grommet down here, which is a complete pain. I've done that, and it sucks. 100% sucks. So I really like, and you're able to get 8 switches. So I got, a whole bunch of lights and stuff going on with the Bantam. Highly recommend. If you don't have to run any wires into the cab, do it. Try to go with the Bluetooth. Yes, it is everything connected to your phone. They do make a module that you can put into the cab if you choose to, but I just basically use my phone. And then this little box that's up on top of my Bantam is actually for my solar panels that is on top of my hood. I am running a blow-off valve in here just for nothing too crazy. It does save the turbo. It's really about it besides saving the turbo. From the back pressure, you're not going to bend the fans with the blow-off valve. And that's basically all I've really done to the engine bay. Nothing too crazy. So like I said, I am running the solar panels for Lens Sun solar panels. There's one here, one on that side. These are both 60 watt Actually both together are 60 watts, so it's 30 and 30. Solar panels that do connect to the battery. The nice thing about that is you can disconnect that. You can plug that straight into like your power box when you're out camping and start charging that up, and it's really out of the way. Some people may not like, because you do kind of lose the look of the actual hood itself, but I'm a big fan of practicality over looks. I'd rather have something that's going to be useful for me when I'm using it versus looks. So, but it didn't really change it too much. These are flexible, which is really nice, and if I ever pull it up, there's a big giant sticker. Just pull it up, you're not going to mess with the actual paint itself, so it's pretty nice. I do wish that we were able to use the center of the hood itself. I think that was a missed opportunity even. And then I do have a couple ditch lights from these brackets are CCE. We are running the Squadron Sports. Amazing. These things are bright, super bright. And again, if someone has their high beams on and you flash it at them, they are going to be turning off their lights pretty quick. So underneath the truck, I'm actually running the 1-inch peak, 1-inch drop down for the sway bar. If you lift your vehicle, I was kind of skeptical of this. It really makes the truck feel back to factory. That's another one I would highly recommend if you lift the vehicle. And it's one of those cheap mods that you would do to your truck, and it really turns it back into where it should be. One thing I am actually running is the 5/8/9 drop down bracket. It does come with two little spacers that kind of go up in the corners of where the front diff is. It makes this process to install those two, if you guys installed the two before, it is truly a pain in the ass to really install. This completely changed it. Me and a buddy that lives up in Canada, when I first was putting this on, was kind of going back and forth about this, and he was kind of skeptical, and he actually did a whole bunch of research and ended up doing getting an angle finder, and he was surprised on how well just that 1-inch, putting a 2-inch lift, the 1-inch put everything back to basically back to factory. So if you guys lift it up to 2 inches, definitely put a spacer, either the spacer kit that like CCE, Level Up, I think even Peak puts it, or doing the 5/8/9 fab complete reinforcement bar. This is a lot stronger than factory, and I am actually running the 5/8/9's shock skid plates. Nice beefy CCE, Level Up, Peak. They're all basically about the same. Theirs is really beefy, or 5/8/9's is really beefy. It's basically one of those you put on there so you don't get hung up. And my lift, I did put a AAL. You can either do the shackles. I kind of go up to here. I didn't go that route since I knew I was going to put weight in the rear. So if you guys are deciding, if you guys are going to either decide to do the shackles or put on the AAL, I would highly recommend putting on the AAL versus the shackles, just due to you're actually gaining more weight for the rear, especially if you're going to be turning your rig into more of an overland or camping setup kind of style. This does add like 750 pounds more into the rear, which is nice. So the shackles, you're not gaining anything besides the lift. This, you're gaining the lift and you're also gaining the height. So I have this is our armadillo. He protects, my son loves him, so we just kept this. So that's our only little mascot that we have here, the armadillo. For the inside, nothing too crazy. I have the bullet point mounting solutions. Obviously, here's for my GoPro or my DJI, which right now we're on the DJI. I love having the phone mount up here. Yes, problem that I have is this thing doesn't work charging my phone, and for some reason, even on AirPlay, it doesn't work, so I have to keep it plugged in. And I just like having my phone up here. So I'm driving, yeah, and you're not supposed to. You can just shoot out a quick text, keep on trucking, and your eyes are still up here. Some people like to have it down here, and they say why you don't need a phone mount. You know, everything's on the big screen. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm just so used to having my phone up here, and I just enjoy it. I have a second one, just turns into a hat holder. Then we do also have comms in here. We are running the Midland 275, an amazing radio, and I would highly recommend anybody putting in the Midland 275 or even just doing a handheld. They make some great stuff. So really, we just added the Prince View roof rack. Absolutely love that thing. It's going to be amazing, especially when it comes summertime. We do have a new rooftop tent, is kind of where we're going with this. Unfortunately, that one sticks out way past the actual tailgate itself, so we're going to be completely changing this rack out itself. And unfortunately, even the Bison running a 35-inch tire, it goes in the back. Which I know there's a company called, I can't think of it. I'm going to put it right here if I can think of it. They basically do some patches for your sidewall if you're off-roading to get rid of the tire, which I'm thinking about kind of doing or trying. Unfortunately, I always like having a tire with me as a backup, and not being able to put the tire underneath. I think that's where GM really screwed up at, because they know people are putting 35s on it. They know they're modding out their Colorados. Why wouldn't they just be able to put a 35-inch tire underneath? You can put a 33, but a 35 really ain't that much more. So I do think that's where they really went wrong. So we are rocking right now. This is going to be changed. The Tiger 10 roof rack or bed rack. It's a good rack. It's not overly priced. It's right in that sweet spot. I'm running 2 gas cans, and I got water packs on the other side. It's been a good rack. But I'm looking at either doing the Voodoo rack or Exclusions rack, where it's basically going to go up to the roof rack. So my tent will sit on top of there and go all the way back. I definitely think that is a better way to go. The only other thing that I really have back here is my Iceco refrigerator slides. So when my refrigerator is back here, not a big deal. But I would like to get the tire out. That tire eats up so much space. So let me down in the comments what you guys are planning on doing to your truck, if you're new, or what's your next step. And then also, what I'm really working on is a dual air compressor. But that's going to be another video. This is just kind of more of the overall video of my truck. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. You know, but yeah, that's my truck right now. We got more stuff coming in, which is crazy. Yeah, and I'm working on a few things. So, yeah, that's really all I got for you guys today. I just kind of over my overall view of what I've all done to this truck. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. So, and I get a lot of compliments about this truck, and it's turned out, in my personal opinion, a really nice truck, and I absolutely love it. So leave me down in the comments down below. Do we go with the Voodoo? I'm gonna put pictures up here, and then I'm also gonna put it on my Instagram when this video posts. I'm gonna go on Instagram, I'm gonna put a poll. Which rack should we do? Should we do the Exclusion or should we do the Voodoo rack? Because we got to go taller, and which one do you guys want to see on the truck to give you guys some reviews on? So yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool to do. See what you guys want to do, and yeah. Oh, then there is one other thing. These are going to get swapped out eventually. We do have the Boost Auto steps. These are steps. What's cool is, do I have my key? I'm not going to start it. These do have Rocklights in them, or if you go to start it, these do light up on the side. So if you're not really planning on off-roading or anything like that, and you just need steps, these are good steps to have on. I actually really like them. Only downside is they're not rock sliders. So eventually, I'm either going to put on my other ones, or I'm going to have to start bugging Goat Fab again, because to get some rock sliders on here. But yeah, that is basically all of my truck and everything I've really done to this thing. This truck's amazing. This year is going to be really busy for me, and what I mean busy, a lot of studying, because most of y'all saw on my Facebook, I did accept a new job, because obviously YouTube doesn't pay where I can retire and do this full time. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and I don't really care. YouTube for me is just fun, and it's just something where I like to document my truck and everything I do to it. So yeah, I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I greatly appreciate you guys. So thank you, and I'm glad that when I'm not posting up videos, you guys are emailing me, or most of the time it's just you guys hitting me up on Facebook or hitting me up on Instagram saying, hey, we haven't heard from you. You're still alive? Oh yeah, I'm still alive. I've just been busy. So I greatly appreciate you guys and making sure I'm constantly putting out something for you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, do me a favor, when this video posts, if you guys have an Instagram, please go follow me up on there, and please go hit that poll, and then that's going to decide on what we order. So I greatly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.